Hey folks, Big Dino here again. This time taking a look at the Star Wars Rogue One Death Trooper. Yes, I know, I'm a bit late on it. It came out when I was taking a break. So yeah, we've got a couple Rogue One figures to get through, but I thought I'd go with this guy first since he was the one I really should have reviewed when he first came out, but hey-oh. I was going to say typical Star Wars packaging, but it's a little bit different in that the front of it is gold and the back of it is red, which is a slight difference to the normal. In fact, yeah, that's the normal one. Teaser for another video. But yeah, you can see the Star Wars logo there is just an outline, whereas this one is a full block. So yeah, pretty cool. We've got Death Trooper. Oh, you can just about make out my face. Hello. Let us zoom in just a tad. I haven't quite worked out where the actual manual focus is. I'm using the lens, so that's probably the noise you can hear. So you've got the blurb on the front, as always. You've got the blurb on the side, picture of him, and some blurb on the bottom that I can't read. More of the blurb on the other side, and yes, the blurb yet again. They really love the blurb on this figure. I have no idea why. I don't pretend to know what goes through Tamashi's heads. You've got a picture of the Death Trooper there as well. And yeah, as per usual, nice, clean, small boxes for the Star Wars figures. So yeah, I always do that. I always bring in the Death Trooper, I always bring in the figure and then forget that I need to show off the damn accessories first. Anyway, so in terms of this guy, most of what he has are hands. I will show you as I pop it back into position on camera, off camera rather. You have his little pistol. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it. It's in Star Wars Battlefront and I've completely forgotten it. One thing you will notice is that both of this guy's weapons, the trigger hole hasn't been cut out. That is quite lazy for Tamashi, especially considering teaser. The guns that come with the Stormtrooper don't have that laziness applied and they're in the same line. So yeah, you can pop off the top and pop in this version, which can then pop on his belt. There's a nice big hole on the side, which can do that with. There we go, works a treat. And you've also got this one, which is essentially the belt holder without the gun, so they did factor that in. And yeah, his main rifle is this one. It's a weapon I do not know the name of yet, because it's new to that film. And yeah, it's smaller than usual, quite rounded. Again, completely blank trigger finger hole. Why are they being that lazy? I don't get it. You've got some nice silver there. The only downside is they haven't made the middle bit black, so it looks solid, which it really shouldn't. In terms of hands, you get You get two trigger finger type holding hands, pointing hands as well, as is Tamashi's way. You get a pair of gripping hands, and you get a pair of gun holding hands. And that is it in terms of the, there's a hair on there, in terms of actual accessories for this guy. Yes, he does come a bit short, so yeah. In terms of articulation, his articulation's a bit weird as well. So yeah, you've got the helmet, which seems a little bit too small for my liking, especially when there's supposed to be a head under there. He does get a lot of range down, and a lot of range up, so that's good. In terms of overall detail, it's alright. I mean, it's black with hints of silver, so anything I say won't actually show up all that well on camera anyway, so yeah. All you have to know is he's mostly black, slight hints of grey and silver, and some green for the visor. That's about it. The one thing I will say is he's a bit lanky, but if I remember correctly, they actually did look quite tall and slender in the film, so yeah. In terms of overall articulation, apart from the head, you've got this sort of butterfly joint here, which goes up the way. Looks a bit strange though. I will focus in a little bit because the camera's struggling to make out the black. So yeah, these shoulder pads are a bit of a nuisance. They don't really go flush. They have a tendency to pop out, and yeah, they don't really work compared to the rest of them anyway. We have, if I can show it, a really tight bicep swivel. We do have a strange sort of swivel here as well. Double joint there, but you get just past 90. Ball joint at the wrist, which I'm not going to show you because they're really tight. I don't want to risk breaking it on camera. And yeah, you've got that strange sort of thing that's supposed to hide the articulation. It kind of does, but it also moves about quite a bit. So yeah. The ab crunch is okay. It gets down a little bit and up a little bit. Sorry, I have a dog and he likes to bark. So yeah, he goes up that far, down that far, so not too bad but not too great either. He has the new style hips, which, if that gun gets out of the way, can go quite far. Hindered a little bit going forward, but you can move them out the way, these little pouches. And double jointed knees, which can go about that far. And the toe articulation and leg articulation. You can see it quite clearly, but that does give it more range. So yeah, I'll let them away with it. Toe articulation isn't the greatest, and it doesn't really, well, it goes up alright, but it doesn't go back any at all. So yeah, that's kind of a deal breaker, but we'll let it slide. So yeah, one side is tight, the other side's falling apart. So yeah guys, would I recommend this guy? Honestly, he's alright. He looks good when he's on your display, and he can get into some decent poses, which I'll show off right now. he says as he hides off camera. Let's see. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, that hand is really loose for me. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you get the general idea. He can sit in a pretty decent kneeling pose without much effort. If we push that down a bit, there we go. And zoom out. Yeah, he gets a pretty decent one. So yeah. Would I recommend this figure? I would say so, yes. Although this is the normal version of him, there will likely be a specialist with the pauldrons and the front piece, the front backpack and such, coming out as a web exclusive, because that's what Tamashii do. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I shall see y'all later.